Hey guys, this is Nick with Review Play, back with The Division Episode 2. So, in the previous episode, we went ahead and covered basically the main tutorials, just a few missions. Nothing much, just kind of getting the game started. The story hasn't really even started that much either. More or less, you kind of just, walk up and you're there. So, no information on your character, which is to be expected, but not too much information on the world or anything else other than the cutscenes. But let's see if this does anything for us.
Over there. There's a bar behind that building. Best whiskey sours in Manhattan. If we take this city back, I'll buy you a drink. Sorry. I mean, when we take it back. Here it comes. The rest of us should be in this chopper. Can't believe it's finally happening. Do this! It's finally happening. Nice work back there. Here it comes. Do this! That's whiskey sours in Manhattan. Come on back! I need you! Sir. You're gonna be okay! Hell, at this point, you're more okay than me! Shit! That explosion took out the commander. We have a job to do. We're still gonna do it, it's just...
Landing in 1 minute! Should be able to see it coming up on my right.
Found out a little more about the first wave. They're all either dead or MIA. So this is up to us. That's why we need to get it together, right now.
JTF 6-8 the tower, visual Hudson. Yeah, 2 division agents on board. The explosion was their right in. Okay, clear to land. JTF 6-8.
Usually you need some time to know if you can count on someone. Well, we're out of time. My bet's on you. It has to be. I hope to God I'm right.
Welcome to Hudson Piers! I'm not sure what you're looking to get out of this. Everything behind this gate is a goddamn war zone.
So who's in command here?
Captain Benitez was in charge. He was leading ops in the post office, but we lost contact when he left base this morning. If he's still radio silent by tomorrow, there's talk of pulling out.
No one's pulling out. We're taking this city back. Get whatever gear you need. I'll catch up with you.
Good luck out there. You'll need it.
Alright. So, yeah, back from the dead, more or less. My guy, the funny thing is, my guy looks so nonchalant during these cutscenes, you know, where people bleeding and, you know, limbs are coming off from explosions, and the guy's just sitting there with this, you know, fake plastic grin, just looking nice and upset. What was that about, hostiles? Oh, well. Probably nothing. But let's go ahead and move on here. And looking from the map, it looks like it's opened up quite a bit, which would be a bit of a wish fulfillment there. And here we go. And one thing I do really appreciate in games is level design. And I feel like the Division's doing a really great job so far. You know, you have this carousel over here, and you know the amount of time that actually goes into making something that's really just something a player passes. But it adds to the world. You know, every single little bit just makes it all the more immersive, and I really do appreciate that. Okay, so we had a nice little hazmat area here. I mean, I presume my character's not infected in any way. More or less the virus is a more advanced version of the flu, which I don't quite buy. I mean, thank God it's not a zombie outbreak or something, but I mean, I feel like the flu is a pretty basic form of bacteria, but nonetheless, and a nice little memorial there. It's just all these little touches here. You know, the tire tracks. There's a little church over there, and I mean, it's just these little small details they keep adding to the game, which I really appreciated. And I really feel like the whole area just feels lived in. It feels like it was once a very busy city, and it also feels like a lot of shit went down. And you're kind of just you're coming into it after everything's happened, and really just the world is telling the story itself, which, you know, is great world building in a game, which I do appreciate. It's funny how I keep running into other players just kind of running by me and everything else. I'm curious to see how many players you'll just run into or see as you're going on. I know I keep mentioning Destiny, but this is pretty much kind of a similar formula. In Destiny, you'd run into another player, once or twice in a mission, maybe in a story mission. So they're there, they're moving around, and it's interesting to see that. Oh, that's crazy! All these people are waiting. Huh. It's actually a really nice touch. And that kind of puts me on it. One thing I wish the game was doing more, which I hope they do later on, is kind of making this virus seem a lot more tragic. Making, you know, your enemies in the game, which are pretty much just kind of like vandals, more or less, seem a lot more, I wouldn't say human, but a lot more brutally human. If I were to give an example of the story, The Last of Us, the story did do a good job with kind of painting humans to be, when it comes down to survival, being more or less just horrible people. And so far, pretty much just people walking around and they'll just open fire on you, which I hope they kind of take advantage of that a bit more. But what are we talking about? We're into combat. That's what matters. Let's get over here. So I can't quite pinpoint where they are, but I think I'm safe to keep moving up. It sounds like these guys are in big trouble. Okay. So we got a few guys here. I think I might need to move in a little bit more, actually. I'm already getting fire. It's one thing that's just... they open fire so early on you, and I mean, you don't really get hit, but... I mean, it kind of keeps you from moving closer. When you don't have a scope yet, it's pretty bad. One thing I did mention in my previous episode is I really want a scope on this gun. I did kind of look into it. You can get many scopes. You can actually modify your weapons with scopes, so I'm really excited for that. It's going to change the game a little bit for me. I don't play it too far, but it's nice to have the option, especially if you need to close in, just kind of getting rid of those few enemies and, you know, opening up yourself some space. Kind of gives you that next level of strategy if you do desire. Alright, so I'm going to try to use some of these grenades a bit more. I didn't use them too much in the last episode. Don't do too much damage, especially the other grenade that you have that you can detonate, that you shoot. Does a little bit more damage, but these are really good for kind of flushing enemies out of their cover. It definitely forces them to move, and it gives you a good opportunity. I'm pretty sure that's another player, so I'm gonna try to play it safe and not attack him just in case, because I don't want to. There's kind of like a renegade factor in this game. Yeah, he's already shooting at me. Never mind. I'll deal with him last. I feel like he'll take advantage of all these guys attacking me very easily and just bum rush me if I'm not quick enough. As people do when you're doing a PvP game with other enemies around, but he's losing interest. I don't know what he's doing. It's so weird. I don't know if he's playing around. I don't know if he sees the enemies I'm going against, maybe? Because, I mean, they're not even interacting with him, really. Which is weird. He opened up fire me. I'm gonna let him have a pass for the moment. But if he does it again, I'm gonna fucking lose it. Alright. Down you go. Yeah, let's see what he does here. I'm trying to show him that I'm just getting close without firing upon him. No, he still wants to do this. Okay. Well, may as well. Okay, so get a grenade down here. Get him a little bit staggered. Hide behind the cover. Come on. And he's done for it. Oh, nice. So I basically get some of the items he has, so... Wow, looks like a laser sight, which is super nice. Gonna be kind of useless without a scope, unless I, you know, I'm using a pistol or something, but...
Go on in and have a look around.
Let's take our first base here.
Let's do this.
Yeah, plowed through that pretty quickly. I was expecting more guys. I'm really hoping there's a lot of guys later, but...
Agent, we need our base up and running, and we need to show the people of New York they're getting their city back. Our base of operations has potential, but right now it's a piece of shit and we've got no one to staff it. To get this place where it needs to be, we need people who know what they're doing. Like doctors. There's a virologist running a field hospital over at Madison Square Garden, but the whole area's gone to shit. With her, we can get our medical facilities online. Without her... The JTF commander, Benitez, is out in the field and he's gone offline. Bring him back. We need him to set up a functional security wing, and it'll do a hell of a lot for morale. We've also got to restore basic services. We need power and the intel the grid can give us. They had a guy working on that, but it sounds like he ran into trouble patching us in. Without him, it's lights out.
Okay, guys, well, we'll get into this base building aspect of the game in the next episode, but in the meantime, guys, take it easy, and I will see you next time. Bye.
And the more stable this base is, the better shape the city will be in.